Hello, everyone. RPG Kingdom Kid here, back with some more 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. In the previous video, we wrapped up Natsuno's story, and we also did a battle, even though ideally I would have been doing the battle in this part. But since her story wrapped up at only 15 minutes in, I figured well, it's not long enough. It's not long enough. And there's only been one exception to this entire playthrough that I've played as two people in one video, and that was during the prologue. And I feel like in the prologue I could get away with it because it's well, it's fucking short. And there was nothing else I could have done. So, but anyway, guys, in this part we're going to be wrapping up Ryoko's Shinonome story. Now, I mentioned this during Natsuno's the previous part here. There are definitely, not to take anything away from any of these guys' stories, but to me, the 5 most interesting stories we've had, in no particular order except for number 1, is Mira. Mira, to me, is always the interesting one because we learn. That's the first time we get the whole 2188 stuff, is through his story. So to me, his is always going to be the number 1 interesting because of that. And you'd be like, what the fuck's going on? You get the mind blown of him, of 2188, Mira, and 2188 Natsuno dating, which I fucking love. I fucking love that. Then you learn about, the 2188 Yuki Takamiya is Natsuno's mother. It's what the fuck? You get such mind blowns from his story that it works out so fantastic, and I love it. And then Natsuno's is really good because, the whole BJ aspect, even though, for the most part, she's playing, a fanfic in her head about aliens and such, but, I mean, we as the player know what's going on with him. It's you're not an alien, you're a robot, and such, so, but, it's still very interesting in that aspect, and then, how we saw it wrapped up, it's very heartwarming. Ryoko, before I talk about Ryoko's, let me talk about the other people's that's very interesting. Takatoshi's is very interesting because, he's always hanging out with Okino, the maker of the Sentinels, unfortunately, the main reason for why the kaiju are like they are, too. So, unfortunately, this has all been Okino's fault. Unintentionally, but so far. Gota's is definitely interesting as well. Because of just, how he seems to know he seems to be, he seems to have been, a part of this from the very beginning, in a way. I don't know how. We'll definitely learn more about that when we play his story again. But it's very interesting, for sure. And then Ryoko's is super interesting too because she's kind of in the same boat to me as Goto, and it's actually very interesting how they used to date. And this is the one ship that's it's not odd to me, but as soon as they pointed it out in that one battle where Goto was we used to date, and Sekigahara was being protective, he's being a protective little brother to his sister, even though they're not really like that, but he said he saw her as a big sister. It's adorable in that way. And speaking of interesting stories, Sekigahara's is definitely interesting too, because because his story takes place after everyone else's. So, and his story starts off with him losing his memories. But in everyone else's story, he has his memories, or he's slowly losing his memories, Ryoko is. And that's why Ryoko's is so interesting too. Like I said, she's the same thing as Goto in the fact that she seems to have been here from the very beginning too. But since she has the factor of her losing the memories, she has the factor of her being, a loyal puppy to Ida, which I fucking hate, but it's good storytelling in that way. And I love the fact how they, how it all works out. And granted, we see her shoot Ida. And I believe that's in Takamiya's story, right? I honestly don't remember. You know what? We'll be checking that out when we kind of go back to how things are. So, the last thing we saw was we got the surveillance footage, and I believe the last thing we saw was, I guess it was this one. This is the last thing we saw. We saw about all this stuff, and now this is where we learn how Ida is being, hell-bent on. He doesn't give a fuck about anything as long as Kisarage and him survive. He'll be happy, and he wants to transfer the Kisarage he knows into the body of this Kisarage. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, but that's why even though this game doesn't really have a primary antagonist besides the kaiju, and even then they're not technically antagonists in a way. They're the foil. Well, I don't know if that's the right term I would use. They're the main enemy. Let's say that. They're the main enemy. You know, they're the lackeys. But to me, Ida is always going to be the antagonist of this game in a way. And not for any particular reason. Like he didn't do this intentionally. That was... Oh my fucking god, what's his name? Okihira? No, it's not Okihira. Oh my fucking god, how do you say his name? Okino. That was Okino. Okino was the one who brought this all on us unintentionally. And, you know, Morimura brought the whole end of the world in 2188 with the nanomachine infested. Unintentionally. She didn't foresee that, even though it was still bullshit. It was like very dirty deal. She did it on the black market. She did dirty dealings for it to, you know, fund her own project of Project Dark, which I'm surprised we haven't gotten that as a mystery file thing yet. We'll probably, like, that'll probably be like one of the last things that we get. That's probably going to be like what we'll learn once we do everything. It's like, here's Project Arc. This was the main reason about Project Dark. Yada 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 yada. But Ida, like, their intentions were good. I've said this before. Heck, I think I said this in the past few videos. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Oh my god, why can't I fucking remember his name? Okino had good intentions when it came to him, you know, using the Daimos video game to, you know, cut corners on, you know, making the exterminators, or not the exterminators, the excadivers, whatever those things are called, to, you know, terraform the planet. Morimura, until... It seems like her project was actually a good idea, because I think her project arc is what's kind of like making us do what we're doing right now. So her intentions of Project Arc of basically like remaking humanity in a way, let's just say that's what it is, was good intention. You know, it's like, I need funding, I need money to make sure that we succeed in this so that we don't fuck up like we are going down this path so far of fucking up. So that was good intentions. Ida never had good intentions. His was selfish intentions. Now, granted, Morimura's was also selfish in a way, but with her selfish intentions were selfish in ways that she wanted humanity to persevere. Ida's was like, he doesn't give a fuck what happens to anyone else as long as him and Kisarage survive. That's all he cared about. That's all he cared about. And he's a selfish bastard for that. So that was the last thing that we learned from her story. But I want to see her scenes. My guess is we'll probably see this scene. And this will probably be like a flashback incident to like maybe after or before the final battle. I mean, it's definitely after this, but it's probably before this. Well, oh my god. Yeah, you know, the scene in between these two scenes, it happens after this scene, but it happens before this scene. Dummy. I'm an idiot for saying that. But we'll probably see that. And we'll probably see some scenes down here, is my guess. Well, I feel like we'll have to. We'll probably see this thing. So the scene that we saw last was... I'm trying to see. Okay. This all happened during Kisarage's story. Takamiya's. This was Shinonome's, but this isn't what we saw last. Same with this one. This is what she took BJ from Natsuno. Just so... Oh, she took BJ and then she learned this. And then Takamiya hid BJ. Okay, so that's what happened afterwards. And they came here. And then her story takes place up down. Okay, we saw that. This is the poison event. This is what we saw. This was the last thing that we saw. Granted, majority of her stuff happens lower than this. But she's getting her memory back, or she's remembering stuff that's happened beforehand. So that's kind of like her key thing, is like, even though majority of her stuff is happening in the past, or no, we're in like the present, quote unquote, she's remembering stuff that happened in the past. Okay, and then he came down, Amaguchi. Somehow it's a scene that we're more so told than shown, is, you know, Ida taking Takamiya to 2025 instead of Shinonome. Then she gets Shu. They go there. They go there. And then they come back and she shoots Ida. But then they come back and she thinks of Shu as Ida, and we know why, is because he's the past, he's himself, about the whole looping thing. Then we learn about the ampuloid. We learn why Moimura was doing that to Fuyasaka. Unlocked memories. This is what we got last time too. We got this scene of her remembering the surveillance footage. And then after that scene, she I think she might have collapsed. I honestly don't know. And maybe Takamiya took her back to the nurse office, and then Juro comes out and explains some things. And then she's like, who the fuck are you? Because I believe this is before she's like, 426 isn't a bad guy. She's still like, 426 is the cause of everything. So she's very weary of Jiro. So we'll probably see the next scene after that too, because I don't know where else we would see it from. Actually, hold on. Let me go back to that. That's, what scene number is that? It's 240. Okay. So 240. Why? Okay, no. Okay, good. We'll probably see these 3 scenes then. Would that be all 4 scenes then? No. What happens here? Okay, secrets. That could be a Takato. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe some of these could be a Goto scene too. We'll see. We shall see though, because we're going to be going into her story right now. Yes, I know I probably dabbled on a bit too much on the talking of this, but that's what this game is. Is, you know, I feel like this is the kind of game where I could just spend a whole hour just talking about how these all line up perfectly. And hell, that's probably what I'm going to do once on the final episode of this series. Is like, I'm just going to spew like all this. Man, it was so good, like how they all tied together. And bravo for them having this all tied together and making good sense once you get far enough into this game, especially with the introduction of the sectors part of the timeline here. Once that got introduced, I was like, game over. Game over. It makes perfect sense now. It all makes good fucking sense. It's like, okay, this all makes sense now. Because once you learn about the sectors and everything, it's like, yes, it all makes sense. God damn it. I think I said this before last time we played as her. I love this standing art of her. Actually, I think she swipes her arm. Like, you see how she's holding her arm? I think that's like, or it's around that spot that she has to swipe in order to summon her Sentinel, is my guess. God, just look at that smile on her face. I fucking love it. And then, oh, poor baby.
Of course.
Of course. Ryoko Shinonome. Oh, wrong button. Yep, we're back here, and now I gotta probably talk about her about the surveillance footage, is my guess.
Easy. Take your time.
Because she was up there.
Do you know where you are?
Goto is not here.
Shinonome-san?
Goto is not here.
Do you know what year it is?
1985.
1985.
She said that a little. If you remember, every other time except maybe the first time we played with as of her in this situation, every other time she goes 1985. You know, she's like, I'm annoyed of you, keep asking me this, but now she's like 1985. Well, actually, that makes sense. Because this is the scene where she did do that as Nurse Office 1. And then after that, every time he came back was nurse's office too, and she's like 1985, 1985.
What's the last thing you remember?
Oh, a lot of things.
426. He got away from me. I won't let him escape next time.
I see. All right. How are you feeling?
Not too
My head
hot.
really hurts.
Maybe I should keep you here for further observation.
My internal clock just needs a bit to readjust.
Yeah, that internal clock,
You're
man.
putting too much of a burden on your nervous system. You need to stop shifting. Do you still have your pills? Make sure you're taking them.
Bill's here.
The coordinates for shifting through time.
I like
They're
her
set in 40-year intervals.
thinking stance
so
here.
we
It's
can't
cute.
travel freely.
Oh shit, I don't want to
Should
take
make
them.
me feel a little better. Mr. Ida. He didn't die in 2064.
Correct.
He helped me when I got here.
Correct.
How could I forget something that important?
Because you shot him, bitch.
Number 14. Number 14 is my sentinel. Izumi-kun. He has the same symptoms as I do. It wasn't a dream. Morimura.
Moimura.
She's been modifying personalities with nanomachines.
Just one.
She
Well,
wants
technically
to
two.
change both me and Iori Fuyusaka into different people.
She don't want to change you. I don't
can't
think.
believe what Morimura says. Surveillance footage? That's right. I saw something important. I can't remember.
Nah, bitch.
Maybe I should go look again. It was in Shikishima's underground facility in 2105. I just need to get to the gate. Fuyusaka and Kisaragi, Class 1B.
Class 1B.
Yakushiji in 1C.
You get me?
All of the compatible girls are first years.
Surprise.
These files are only for the girls.
That's all we have here. Goto-kun has information on the boys. You can consult with him.
I need to go back,
You can't time travel right now.
but I need to fix the Sentinels before the invasion begins. You can't stop me. I need to go after him.
I'm not trying to stop you. We just can't use the gate right now.
Okay, good. I was like, shit.
They said the gate's been sealed, but what if it's a lie?
Probably
A way
is.
to try and keep me here. Why can't we time travel right now?
The gate has been sealed by someone. I'm looking into it.
Uh-huh,
The
sure.
gate is locked. There's only one person who could have done it.
426.
It's him. It has to be. 426. The one that set up the gates in the first place. So we're stuck here? In the past?
Are you all right?
Ah, boyfriend.
Who are you?
I'm your boyfriend.
Miss Morimura, are you still overworking her?
I've had no choice.
And you are?
Renya Goto, a second year, like you. I've been assigned to offer you support.
You know, the funny thing about this is, there's only, I think these are the only two second years, is these guys, technically. I think everyone else would be considered a first year. And by, I mean everyone else, well, Sekigahara I think might be the same age as these guys. So, but everyone else is a first year. And that's the thing, like, you know, Juro, Kisarage, Fuyasaka, Amagichi, Takamiya, Ogata. And I would say Takatoshi and Miura are probably around their first year too. If anything, that's probably where I would put them. Until I actually get age numbers for these characters, which I don't think we have. We've only gotten their classes. We never been like, oh, actually. Do they say their names in this? Okay, 16. So my guess is she's 16 too. Same with her. Wow, is Juro the only one they give the age for? I think Juro's the only one they give the age for. Wow, okay then. So... Oh. We still don't have Shu Amagichi 2188. I mean, we have a... Well, no. We technically do. Although it's weird how they don't put the... Because we have a... Tetsu... What? Wait, what? Do we not have an Ida 2188? Maybe we just didn't get it unlocked yet. I mean, we have it as a scene. Yeah, see? Like, that's Ida 2188, but we don't have him in the thing. Okay, that's weird. But I'm sure probably once he gets unlocked, he'll probably be under Shu. Kind of like how Izumi is under Karabe there. Okay. But yeah, it's weird that Juro's the only one that gets some.
I don't have the list. Therefore, I don't know. Renya Goto has the information I need. The invaders appeared in 2064. They destroyed the world. But they won't stop. They're coming for us here, too.
They can't stop till they get enough. Whoa.
The source of the disaster that will destroy the world. If we don't capture 426, there's no way we'll be able to withstand the invasion. The source of the disaster that will destroy...
Oh, where are they still green? Oh, I could probably... Yep, that's why.
I don't have the list. Therefore, I don't know.
Okay, let's give all...
Tell me who the compatible boys are.
Certainly.
Certainly, my love.
But there's something I'd like to ask you first.
Yes, I'm gonna fucking bring up the fact that they dated all this time.
I wonder, why do you hate 426 so much?
Are you serious? The fate of the world is at stake.
Even so, I sense your hatred stems from something else. The reason for your animosity towards 426. I would like to hear about it.
Because he ruined the Sentinels.
Sure.
He destroyed my home.
Pretty sure we've seen all this our first time around, but...
Thing deserves no sympathy. 426 is not human.
Correct.
He's an AI created in the future.
Actually, I think this is where we learned that, isn't
He
it?
calls himself A Sekigahara.
That's not true, but okay. This is where we learned that, I believe, yeah? Said he's an AI.
I see.
If A Sekigahara isn't 426, then who's the one that messed with the Sentinels?
Have we figured that out? I think we have, right?
If A Sek, then... Tell me who the compatible boys are. 426 could try and contact one of them. Or maybe he already has.
According to the clock on the wall, it is time for lunch. They should be in the cafeteria now. Let's go.
No.
I'm feeling deja vu of some sort.
Deja vu.
Before I go, maybe I should sort out my thoughts.
Yes. Yes. Deja vu. I feel like I've been in this place
I
before.
don't need any help. I can do this on my own.
It's too dangerous for you. Please, go with him. This isn't 2065. You will follow my orders. Goto-kun, I leave her to you.
Understood.
I want to say this. When it comes to these timelines, some of them are confusing as fuck. Because it's like this one, for example, is probably the one most confusing. Because in order for us to go here, we need to have done all this stuff first. But we need to be here first. Or actually, after we do one of these things here, then we get transported here. That's the one thing I kind of don't understand about some of them. Some of them, it's a little easier to understand, I guess you could say. But majority, it's like, okay, because how does this make sense? Okay, this makes sense because, like, this could be like, oh, I just had the flashback about Jiro Izumi. So that makes sense. It's a flashback. It doesn't matter. Same with this one. It doesn't matter. This one, you actually, like, okay, so you had those flashbacks, but then you're, like, you're still in here. You're just thinking of these events. But then you get here, and then you could have the staircase. And then you could have got... Okay, then you get another flashback. Okay, so that's a flashback. So maybe after the staircase, you get to the empty cafeteria. But then you get chased by Kisarage, and then you have another flashback. But then you could have also taken your last pill, and then you get another flashback. But then you could have been at the vending machines, and you get one of these two. Or you get here, and then you get your repressed memory, which is a repressed memory. So... maybe... God, I don't know. Majority of her stuff is flashbacks, so maybe it's not as confusing as I'm making it seem to be. But it's still confusing as fuck, okay? That's the one thing I hope they explain is, like, how do they explain, like, these... You know what? As soon as we get cleared of her, I'll look at one other person's and be like, how does this make sense timeline-wise? So.
We're counting on you.
Thanks for the support, bitch.
It's only a matter of time before 426 makes contact with someone. I need the list of those who are compatible. Of course, that includes the people of this era, too.
You already have that.
I'll see what I can do.
There's no other option. If we don't find him, the result will be worse than anything we imagined. Or would you rather I go ask the students, one by one?
Fine. The file is on my desk.
I already have it.
It isn't everyone, but it does list those who are compatible at this school.
I already have it.
So this is it. The plan to gather all the compatible ones. 4 girls, including myself. Wait, only girls?
Okay, good. They're like, oh yeah, here you go again.
They said the gate's been...
If I get any information on him, I'll let you know immediately.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure.
Take those when your headaches start to get bad. The medicine is a bit strong.
Oh, bit
may
you say.
Experience some temporary side effects.
Temporary?
But don't worry, your memories will return quickly.
Memories?
I'll fix it as soon as I can.
Uh-huh, sure you will, sure you will.
These pills are hard to swallow. But it's the only way these headaches will go away.
Look at that face of her. She's like, oh my god. Okay. I have done everything.
Where are you going?
Away from you. To the gate! Here we go. Hack into the
Surveillance
gate.
footage? something important. I knew it wouldn't work.
What are you doing?
Morimura.
I locked the gate.
Yeah, no shit.
You won't be able to use it.
I knew it. It was you. You disabled the gates, not 426.
Stop being ridiculous. You need to take your pills.
Nah, bitch.
I won't let those damn mind-controlling pills screw with my head anymore!
Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah, Ryoko!
Who told you that?
You.
I saw it for myself. You're trying to mess with both me and Iori Fuyusaka's heads.
She's getting worse. The code that infected the Sentinels in 2064. It separates the nanomachines from the rest of your brain. Your memories will keep disappearing. Those pills you've been taking, they inhibit that separation. They try to preserve the link. But its effectiveness has been gradually decreasing.
Gee,
No,
you think?
I won't believe anything you say.
See, okay. That part I believe. But at the same time, the pills are sus as fuck, so. Get
Wait.
away from me.
Wait. 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 Wait.
Bitch.
Where's Renya Goto?
Yeah, where's he at?
Are you screwing him up too?
No.
It was you, you know.
Oh.
You were the cause of the infection.
Well, okay then. Oh, that's the scene before the battle. That's the scene we're gonna see.
You inserted the code that 426 created.
That's gonna be fun to see.
No. Just more lies.
Oh, hey, boyfriend.
It's true.
Goto.
Ah, she don't say wait no more. That sucks.
You were conspiring with Morimura this whole
Ah,
time?
shit.
I've told you the truth a number of times, but you weren't able to accept it.
This music that's playing, like, during these kinds of scenes, holy shit, this is a good one, too.
You couldn't hold on to the memory.
That's a lie. You messed me up with those pills. You made me confused.
It's all there. You just have to remember. The code that infected the Sentinels. DD-426.
DD-426.
You were the one that gave it to Sekigahara.
And yourself.
You're lying.
Flashback. Flashback. Here we go. Yep, this is the scene before the battle. Oh, look at her before she gets all bandaged up. That's so... Actually... She should have been before all bandaged up in these scenes. It's hard to tell, but, yeah, I don't think she's bandaged up in these scenes. Aww. It's fucking Ida, though. I bet you. It's fucking Ida.
Mr. Ida. For you to ask for me personally, I can't tell you how happy it made me.
You poor, poor child. You poor, simple-minded child.
I've been waiting. I need you to look at this.
Look at this. Zip. Oh, God. Why did I do that?
An interlocutor update?
Uh-huh.
Code DD-426.
The nanomachines within you. There is a flaw in the program. It is inhibiting you from unlocking the full extent of their power.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
But there exists a code to fix it.
Yeah, no. Fuck you. fuck you. That's
If we implement
bullshit.
this, the Sentinel's capabilities will increase greatly.
You're such full of bullshit.
Mori-Mura-san, however, does not agree.
Cause it ain't real.
Why?
Okay. This was I don't remember if we for sure learned from a 426 saying that he actually did make this code. I think Ida made this code and he called it 426 to make it seem like he made it. Because he's a fucking asshole. Yeah, no, that actually makes more sense. Why would he do this intentionally? Why would, like, if he didn't make it and it was called DD426, why would he do it? That should be like, oh, 426, well, that's a strangely odd coincidence. That's just like the name of Izumi from a loop ago. Strange, or 2 loops ago, whatever, they're the same guy. It's like, oh, it's so weird that this DD, which I don't, this different dimension 426, different dimensions of Yu-Gi-Oh reference, this different dimension 426 code is so good. It can't be, it can't be anything bad, right? It can't be. It has 426 in it, but that's just a coincidence.
She believes the Sentinels are more than capable as they are.
You're
Why is she like that?
fucking idiot. You're a fucking
She's
idiot.
always going against you, Mr. Ida.
Because she's right! And also he's fucking lying!
If only everyone was as understanding as you.
If only everyone was as simple-minded as you and only thinking not with your head but with your heart. And it's leading you in the wrong direction, little girl, because I manipulated you like that. I'm so glad you shoot me in the future. What? What?
I want us to give this code a try.
I'm glad she does shoot him. But it fucking sucks it's not the killing blow. But you know what? He gets shot by the 2 people he infested with it. He gets shot first by Shinonome, and then he dies by Sekigahara's hands. That is cruel irony at its finest, ladies and gentlemen.
It'll be our little secret, of course. And then Mori-Mura-san will see who was right. All you have to do is put this code into the Sentinel.
Okay, I'll do it.
Fuck you, you ass.
An improvement to the Sentinel. huh?
See? This is... Now, Grant, I don't understand his logic behind this. Maybe it's so he can that's it. It's so that he can easily manipulate both Sekigahara and Shinonome more, even though I don't understand why he would put in Shinonome. She fucking will listen to whatever he says. But I think he did so he could easily manipulate Sekigahara and Shinonome. I've said this at the beginning of the video. Ida never thought the betterment for everyone. He only wanted what he wanted, and that was Kisarage. And he thought the only way for that to happen was for this to happen. Because they needed to lose this battle so they could loop again, right? Or is this still the second loop? I don't know. I don't know if this is the second loop or the first loop. Maybe at some point, as I keep progressing through the story, they will explain in the event archives as well. That's like, this is loop 1, this is loop 2 type thing. And maybe loop 3, I don't... Like, okay, yeah, if you start on loop 1, or you start on... How do I want to say this? Okay, so we start on Earth 1. Earth 1. This is Earth 1. But, oh, shit, we got a loop. So that's your first loop, and you get on Earth 2. You fuck up then, it's like, oh, shit, that fucked up. We gotta do loop 2 to get on Earth 3. And that's where they're currently at right now. They only looped twice. So, and if they try to loop again, shit gets fucked. Then again, if they don't fight, shit gets fucked. Shit gets fucked no matter what now, so. Oh, hey, Sekigahara.
Ryoko-san.
Oh, wait a minute, wait. Does this thing happen? My guess is, or this scene happened before the Miura and Sekigahara scene, because I think that's the scene we're about to see, is the Sekigahara and, the Sekigahara and, oh no, it happened beforehand? Huh. Okay, never mind then. Oh, right. That was Tomo. That was Tomo that was there.
What was Ida talking to you about?
Nothing that concerns you.
Listen, he's just being a protective brother of you, okay?
Guess I'm still just some kid that lives nearby, huh?
Akon.
A fourth wave is approaching. We need to get ready.
I'll put DD426 into number 14. Or I'll put it into number 15. Akon Sentinel.
Right. Because remember, it showed up in his Sentinel, so it didn't show up in hers. But then why is she suffering from the effects of it too then?
Mr. Ida's right. And now, Akon will know it too.
But why did she get infested with it too? Oh!
Do you remember?
Duh. Because it infected all the Sentinels. It infected all the Sentinels. That's why Juro had it too. That's why those were the only 3 actual pilots. I don't remember how many Sentinels they had in that fight, but there was only 3 people that were actually in Sentinels. It was Sekigahara, Ryoko, and Juro. Those were the 3 only humans. All the other Sentinels were piloted remotely by Morimura, Ida, and Goto. And Sekigahara's was the source of it, and it infected all the other Sentinels. And that's why they got it. That's why they got it. Okay.
After you shifted, you went missing.
And that's why, maybe, I don't know.
It took a long time to get you back.
I bet.
When we finally did, your condition was already terminal.
Terminal, what?
We've been able to keep it at bay with the medication, but the destruction of your memories has already begun.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Obviously, back when I first played as Ryoko, I was not a big fan of the pill slings. But obviously now it seems like they had the best intentions as always. But boy, how do they make it seem like this is not a good idea to take the pills. But,
For you,
Let's also remind me, like, why was Goto giving pills to Tomo Kurabe then in 1947? Or the 1940s, whatever year it was, 1948, 1945, whatever. Why would they do that? Probably not during his
we
story.
tried to reinforce your memories with nanomachines, but it hasn't gone well.
You think?
We thought if we let you roam free, that your memories would stabilize.
Did they?
However,
Yeah, thought
your
so.
memories kept failing.
Yeah, thought so.
It only made you become further detached from reality.
Yeah, kind of
Even
sucks.
still, it is imperative that you remember.
The
Only
21st
you
night
can
of
clear the
September.
infection within the Sentinels. Because only you know the password.
Password?
We don't have much time. Please, you must remember.
Remember who you are.
It's all my fault. It can't be. It's just lies.
Poor child. Oh, hey. Hi! Hi, sis!
You're awake.
Who are you?
Try and remember.
Akon?
Yay!
That's right.
I can't remember my name.
Ryoko Shinonome.
Is that my name? It doesn't sound familiar. Oh, right. I need to find... What was I looking for again? I can't remember.
You don't have to anymore. You don't have to look for anything, Ryoko-san. More importantly, how are you feeling?
I feel... good. Refreshed.
Yeah!
Peaceful, even.
She must be, like, she's probably not gonna suffer anymore of the memory stuff. Dude! What the fuck happened? I want to know. Like, I want to know what happened. Aww. Aww.
Maybe it's just not possible.
The nanomachines linked to her memory have all separated. She barely has any memories left.
Oof.
The memories you implanted in her. What are they?
We did the same for all of you.
Hmm?
When you were connected to the learning devices,
Time out. Learning devices? The fuck?
you gained the knowledge needed to control the Sentinels and the gates. Those memories were backed up in case there was an accident.
So she has her memories of what happened before the incident.
No, not all of them. We only backed up those which pertain to learning.
So all she knows is how to control the Sentinel. Ryoko-san.
The password to remove the infection.
Gone, along with the rest of her memories.
Oof.
We can no longer rely on the Sentinels.
Fuck you.
So that's it? You're giving up? There is still one way to use the Sentinels.
No. Further exposure to the infection. And there's no guarantee you'll survive.
He's not talking about himself. After everything you've taken from her, it still isn't enough. I won't let you put her in the Sentinel.
No. No, A-kun. Sentinel number 14. It was made just for me by Mr. Ida.
Damn it. I thought we were in the clear with this. I thought we were in the clear with this bullshit.
It's my Sentinel.
Ryoko-san.
I won't let anyone else fight for me.
That was weird, but holy crap. I love this music. Holy shit, this music's good. Oh, she has another. Oh my god, it's so fucking cool when they summon their Sentinels to the final battle. Oh my god. Fuck, that was so good. Damn. Damn. I'm not a big fan of, you know, her still being like Mr. Ida's awesome or whatever, but fuck. So cool. Blinded by her feelings towards Ida, Shinonome falls to for his trick and adds DT-426 to Sekigahara's Sentinels. During the 2064 battle, DD-426 infects the Sentinel, and Jiro-Kurabe, Sekigahara, and Shinonome suffer brain damage. Shinonome went missing for some time after the fourth shift, losing memories to a point where she couldn't even remember her own name. The one thing she does remember is that Ida chose her for Sentinel number 14. Morimura tries everything to get the password to decontaminate the Sentinels from her, but ends up failing. When the Kaiju appear in 1985, Shinonome activates Sentinel number 14 with her memories of Ida on her mind. Damn it! Fuck! Finally, I can use a... I've unsealed every mystery file. Your main mystery... Woo! Baby girl! So wait, we're not going to get a Project Arc thing, huh? So I have unsealed every mystery file. Boy, howdy, it only took me over 100. And meta chips. That's how many meta chips will that be exactly? You gonna tell me? Are you gonna tell me how many meta chips that is? Of course you're not. DD-426 is the program code that Tetsuya Ida gives to Ryoko Shinonome, supposedly to greatly increase Sentinel's capabilities. Shinonome ends up installing this into Sekigahara's Sentinel, the nanomachine equivalent of a virus that attacks the brain. It serves a portion of the nanomachine that's physically connected to the cerebral cortex, which handles memory. As the connection gets severed, the brain suffers damage, causing severe pain and memory loss. In the worst case, the afflicted are left as mindless husk. AKA kind of what happened to Juro in a way, but because he still kept fighting his Sentinel. That's what happened to him. Upon discovering that this program code could be used to sever the Daimos code, Tsukasa Okino tested the code on himself 1 year ago. However, he suffered gradual memory loss, so he had no choice but to become an AI with a simulated personality. Moimura and Renya Gota try to get Shinonome to remember the password that disables DD-426, but it results in failure and causes her to lose all of her memories. The cause of the defeat was the DD-426 code that Shinonome put into Sekigahara's Sentinel. Could they have won then if that didn't happen? Maybe. So I have unlocked every single thing. So I have all the 247, technically 428 or 248. So I have unlocked all that. Okay. Yep, there it is. This is the contamination that's happened, which is what we all expected. So I didn't see how many scenes popped up. Okay. Okay, so it was those scenes. It was you. So okay, hold on. Okay, I think I can get this to somewhat make sense. And I think it's because of the event archive here that will make sense. You know how I was like, you know, the timelines and stuff like that? I was like, how the fuck are we gonna make this make sense? And I think I can. But let me just see this. So it was you, Truth of Matter, and the Shattered Memories. And then, is there a scene down here where she summoned her Sentinel? Probably. Yep, right here. I fight for myself. Okay. Okay. Now, let me try to make sense of what I was trying to make sense of beforehand. So, all this stuff happened. Okay. I'm trying, like... So, I think what happens is, like, this works for her in the sense that all those memories are flashbacks. So, like, when she wakes up in the nursing room, she woke up here, then she, like, left, but then she came back and found that with, Fuyasaka. And then she came here and learned about the surveillance footage. And then she fell asleep, and then Juro woke her up, and then she kind of remembered some stuff, and then she went to the science lab to try to go with the thing. So, okay. That kind of makes sense. Now, let me go back to remembrance here. So, hers... Let me see how this works. Okay. So... Okay, that's a flashbacks make no sense. Or actually, flashbacks make sense. This one, it didn't really matter. So, we could have learned about the girls' bathroom, and then we went to the front gate. We learned about the flashback. Maybe they went to the shrine, and they're like, well, nothing mattered, and then she fought Wajima, and then all that happened. So that makes sense there, because this could have been day 1. This was first day, and then this is day 2. And then, okay, hers kind of makes sense in a way. So day 1 happens, and then we're at day 2. Learns about the box, and then goes to the shrine, and then they came back, and then she encounters Morimura, and then they go to the bridge. Then this is day 3 or day 4, and then they go to the box. So, okay, hers isn't the one that makes most... what about you? Okay, so he sees Miura in the hallway, and then he remembers meeting Miura for the first time, okay? Touches Kisaragi, which is fucking weird. Then passes away, then he talks about the dreams, and then he remembers that transmission. Goes to the break area, and then they go to Kurabe. This one could be another thing, too. It's like, okay, so this was day 1, and then he comes back for day 2, and then this happened. And then day 3, he goes here, and then this happens. And then right after that, it goes to the return home. Okay. Okay, so Shu Hamaguchi doesn't make sense either. Kisarage's is actually one that makes sense. In a way. So, okay, we get to 2025. They see the ruins. They go to the apartment. They go to the school. Okay. They go here. They find Sakura High. They go there. Okay, then they go back. And then they go there. And then she's like trying to go back. That's when she learns about the time travel thing. So hers makes sense. Hers makes sense in the fact that's like, oh, all she's doing is like, this is all happening in like the same day. They go to the remains, then they go back, then they go to the apartment, they come back, then they go to school, then they go back. And then here they're looking for Shinonome. They didn't find her here, they didn't find her there, they didn't find her there, they didn't find her at the school. Then this is a straightforward. That's a straightforward thing, okay? His makes sense because his is all like, okay, no, you're just in a fucking simulation. So his makes sense too. It's like you fucked up the simulation, you fucked up simulation, you fucked up simulations, fucked up, like, his makes sense. His probably makes sense too. Yeah, so they get Okino. Then he's back here. He helps get the cat. Then he remembers Yakushiji. Maybe he hears about the loose change. And then they go to the abandoned factory. So that's one day. Then they come to the next day. Stall Morimura goes there. He has a flashback. And then he, learns about Miura. Then he goes back to 1945. Then the next day. Okay. I think I'm actually making sense. Okay, Miura's. Let's try to make sense with Miura's. Okay. Okay, this is all flashbacks. So that's fine. That's a flashback. That's him remembering stuff. But then he gets here. And then okay, so then he goes to Kurabe's house. So then this could be the next day. And then he goes to where the factory was. So is it just that simple? And I'm not making it as... And I'm trying to make it as hard as it is. When it's just simply like, oh, it's just happened the previous day. Or it's just the next day. Is that what's going on? Okay, this is the one that doesn't make sense. Actually, it could. It could make sense. So you get chased. Then eventually you get away. And then you shift at the shrine. And then the next day, you check the locker. You get the notes. And then that event happens. And then the next day happens. Well, that's not something. Yeah, then the next day happens. Because I believe you had your scar in this one. So, yeah. So, the next day happens. Then so on and so forth. Okay. Goto's makes sense. Because it makes sense. Sekigahara's makes sense. Because he's there. Okay. No, that's straightforward. It's one day. Next day. Goes to the gate. You got questioned by police officers. Alright, Megumi makes sense because it's day 1, day 2, 3, and 4, and last part. Okay, that makes sense. And I think, Fuyasaka's is the same route. Day 1, day 2, day 3, well, remembering something, yeah, and so forth. Hers makes sense. Hers makes sense. Juro's could make sense. Gets the flash. So that's a flashback. He goes to the cafeteria. Okay. He found where Amaguchi was. He goes to Amaguchi's place. Okay, next day. He gets rid of Shiba. He talks. Gets a flashback. Eavesdrops on them. Talks to Fuyasaka. Gets the flashback. So, no. Yeah, he talks to them. And then, like, okay, they go their separate ways. Because he gets flashbacks that leads to that. And then he goes to the nurse's office. And, okay. I don't know. I think I'm trying to, like, make it into a bigger deal. Am I kind of, like, on the right track of that? It's, like, majority of it's, like, it's not all happening at the same time. It's, like, a different day. It's, like, okay, this was the first day, second day, third day. I think that's all what's happening on. Except for, like, with Mira. It's like, okay, that first line was just him remembering. So it's, like, you're still on the first day for that. I think that's what I'm getting at. But anyway. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it. Actually, let me go to the battles quickly just to, like, see if I get the meta chips. Did I get the meta chips? Because I have a shit ton of them. Not the meta chips. Did I? Yeah, I have those mystery points. Can I, like, have them be... Oh, maybe they'll do that after I get to the battle. Yeah, I digress. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this part of Let's Play 13 Sentinels, guys. In the next part, it's going to be Ogata. I honestly can't wait about this because you know, we'll talk more about that at his story, but his story is very interesting too. Ogata's is interesting. Like I said, they're all interesting, but yeah. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. Guys, if you liked the video, please give the like button a click. Comment down below what you like about the video, didn't like about the video. Let me know what you guys think of learning that Ida is most likely the one who made DD426. We unlocked everything now, so we have no more means for the mystery points, and I'm so glad. Because remember back when I first got around the 100 marks, I was like, man, I have nothing to unlock with these. What the fuck am I going to do once I unlock everything? I'm so glad they're going to be converted to meta chips. It's probably going to happen after the next battle, and we'll see that in the next part. So I'm so happy about that. And then we learned how it was Ryoko who kind of put that in, and I guess there could have been a cure if she just remembered password, but unfortunately she couldn't. So they kind of got fucked in that way, but... You know, we're still fighting on the good fight, and we're going to keep fighting the good fight in the next part, too. After we do Ogata's story, we're going to do another battle. All right, so, yeah, let me know. And as always, guys, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a beat, and subscribe to my main channel, too. That's in the description below. So let's find me on Twitter. Both my main Twitter, the RPG Kim Kid Twitter, are in there, too. Thank you all so much for watching once again. I'll see you all next time.